so I'm not sure what made me feel kind of strange about the way I said that about Malachi peas. There must be something more to it, you know? I mean, what could it be? You know, but yeah, you know, cultural food. I mean, what can I say? I mean, well, I miss my dad, and that was something that we ate pretty often, you know? I mean, holidays and and not, you know, but yeah, well, I opened the can and it wasn't really possible to rinse them, and they have their kind of a nice little sauce. So there's some garlic in there, and I've got some pasta back there, and yeah, can we communicate with food? I think so. All right, so cooking that. Do I need to put it on a timer? You know, I don't care if it's kind of soft. I'm gonna putting it on. I put it, well, 9 minutes might be too many. I don't know. I'll turn it down 1 minute. Well, it didn't really work. All right, and then what do I have? I've got this. You know, the part of ready to ready to heat up. All right, so anyway, I was actually thinking that maybe because we kind of so our mom grew up eating a lot of real southern food and not really liking it, I suppose. You know, greens and things, you know, greens with fat back and things like that. So she cooked kind of a lot of stuff from fresh. We had a lot of broccoli. I ate a lot of broccoli. Now, I used to not like it for a while, but yeah, I was actually thinking about leaving this cold and mixing some yogurt with it since it's spicy. And yeah, you know, so I think about, you know, there was a little bit of this kind of let's eat healthy, some, and not for sure not all the time, and, you know, but yeah, you know, um, well, I just thought it was, why am I doing this? That's a good question. What am I gonna do? I got this pepper grinder thing. I'm gonna put some pepper in there. I was thinking about how I used to cook a little bit more with herbs and stuff, and really living alone, it's just kind of like, I mean, I have no problem living alone, but eating alone and cooking alone, what can I say? Yes, I am not alone, and he is reminding me. All right, yeah, and sometimes a dog is a much better companion than a human or humans, so absolutely, absolutely, but, but, But you know, growing up in a family with 5 kids and all that, you know, even though I got sent away from the table plenty for existing, and I think because my teeth made it harder for me to chew and stuff like that, you know, um, well, or you know, to chew with my mouth closed. um, you know, growing up like that, you kind of get used to a certain amount of human interaction, and yeah, you know, there are things that seem normal, spending time with people at holidays even when things aren't perfect, you know. I mean, yeah, well, I mean, there are limits for sure. All right, but yeah, so anyway, yeah, that's what I'm having for dinner, and yeah, you know, I do hope people have what they need, you know, to keep health at a good enough level. That's important. Um, and and companionship, that's important. And healthy enough companionship. What is healthy? I think it's healthy when people aren't insulting each other all the time and things like that. Hey, you know, uh, yeah. So no, well, oh, thank you. All right. I'm taking the computer back over here. All right, so, well, yeah, that's kitchen. Well, when I worked in kitchens, what did I do? I washed dishes, and you know, I would do some prep cook type stuff, and I actually managed the kitchen in my stepmother's restaurant at night. You know, and in the evening, you know, for dinner, and you know, when there was like a task for the younger guys in the kitchen to do, I did that with them, you know. I mean, I don't know that there was that much to manage. But yeah, then they sold it, and the people who bought it wanted to make it fancy, and it was really a neighborhood restaurant, so it did not work out well. You know, I think they ended up going bankrupt. But one of the people who did that, he was a very nice man. He comes to mind some. I was thinking about him yesterday or today. You know, hoping he's doing well. But anyhow, yeah. Well, you know, I'm watching quite a bit of cooking stuff, and it cheers me up. And yeah, well, thought I would show the lonely kitchen, and yeah, you know,